Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao has announced that they're going to fight at the Sphere. Do you expect anyone from either their teams to reach out to see how you guys put it together? Because this will be the first major event since you guys put on that.
Who's promoting it?
Manny Pacquiao Promotions.
Wonder who's paying for production. They're in for a big surprise. They better call somebody to figure that out.
All the news on Mayweather, Pacquiao, potentially falling apart. I mean, I have to say this, Mayweather, come on, dude. Fight a real fight. You're still trying to protect your O. Yes, you're 50-0 on paper, but people know you've lost. Your own father said you lost against me.
If this is all true, then he absolutely is in breach of contract. And he's trying to scam Netflix, of all people. Floyd, we know, is a serial scammer at this point. With the cryptocurrencies, with the Logan Paul fight. Again, I was there in Dubai for the Deji fight and what was...
According to reports, Mayweather signed 3 contracts related to a Netflix-backed rematch with Manny Pacquiao, officially confirming the fight. Any attempt to classify it as an exhibition or to withdraw could be considered a breach of contract, leading to significant financial and legal consequences.
And somebody else wants to do it, knock yourself out. There's not enough money in it to ruin your life and not go to jail. Go to federal prison.
Dana White claimed Floyd is allegedly avoiding the rematch with Pacquiao out of fear, suggesting this time the fight would be completely one-sided. He argued Pacquiao would dominate and potentially destroy Mayweather if they finally meet again in the ring.
To Netflix, oh yeah, he's 100% about to get sued because Team Pacquiao says Floyd Mayweather's signed 3 contractual agreements for a professional fight against Pacquiao. 3 separate agreements. They also claim Floyd Mayweather has been paid for signing these 3 agreements and has also taken out a cash advance payment on his purse for the fight. They also say Floyd Mayweather is officially in breach of contract for publicly stating this fight is an exhibition. And if this is all true, which again, this is Team Pacquiao saying this, but again, I think Mike Coppinger also reported on this. If this is all true, then he absolutely is in breach.
Manny Pacquiao called out Floyd Mayweather, saying both fighters signed the same contract for a real fight and there is no reason for excuses. He insisted Mayweather should honor the agreement, stop delaying tactics, and step into the ring as promised.
Listen, these kids want to make some money and, they do what they got to do and say what they got to say to try to, get in there and make money. This is going to be such a one-sided, ridiculous ass whooping. It's not even going to be funny. It's going to be.
Pacquiao said Floyd Mayweather's behavior is nothing new, claiming he has seen these kinds of excuses before. He stressed that Mayweather has a history of delaying tactics and insisted he is not surprised, urging him to stop repeating the same pattern and finally follow through on their agreement.
Fight against Floyd Mayweather scheduled for September at the Sphere in Las Vegas on Netflix. Floyd is being a little bit difficult right now. Are you just letting the process play out and hoping that he gets to the finish line and commits to this fight? What are your feelings on that?
No, right now my focus is on September 19 because we already both signed the contract, a real fight. So that's my focus. I don't want to be distracted with anything like that. Because I want to prepare. I want to get the 100% condition and mentally, physically, and.
Oscar de la Hoya mocked Floyd for trying to protect his undefeated record. He argued that while Mayweather is undefeated on paper, many believe he has lost multiple fights, including their bout, and should stop avoiding real challenges.
Floyd may be playing like another game, basically just trying to build up the anticipation for this fight by saying like, oh, well, maybe I'll commit to it, maybe I won't. This is typical Mayweather gamesmanship. Do you think that that's true?
What's new for Mayweather? Even in our first fight, it's getting hard. It's changing his mind. That's not good. You need to have word of honor and commitment, to honor your commitment.
You really have had the patience of a saint. We know that first time it took like 5 years at least to get Floyd into the ring.
At least 5 years to took that fight for a lot of alibis to bring like that. So this time there's no reason for alibis or mixed excuses because we both signed already the.
Max Kellerman also believes Mayweather's effort to label the rematch as an exhibition seems aimed at protecting his perfect record. With age and uncertainty about winning a full competitive fight, Mayweather appears to be avoiding a real professional bout while still generating attention and revenue.
You lost against me back when we fought. And what's crazy is that people don't know that we had a rematch clause for 1 year. And what do? Your pussy ass retires for 1 year and 1 day. Bro, ever since I got beat up by Manny Pacquiao in my last fight, I've wanted to fight every single day, but I couldn't because I wasn't right. Physically, emotionally, I just wasn't right. All that depression, all that shit that I had within my spirit. But now these last 5 years, I've put in the work, man. Woo! I did a lot of work and I feel happy. I feel at peace. And you know what? A man at peace is a dangerous fucking man. I can take on King Kong if I want and beat his ass. Shit, I'll even fight Jay.
People wonder why Floyd is willing to risk his perfect record when he cares about it so much. The answer appears to be money. Experts believe he keeps fighting largely due to his extravagant spending habits and lavish lifestyle, which require maintaining huge income streams.
Clearly, we've seen what's in the news, and I'm not in his pockets or anything, but he's going to make a lot of money, and rightfully so. I don't see him turning down a major payday over this, but it will bear watching. And also, I'm told that further to that, Pacquiao has no interest in this if it's not a real fight.
If I'm Floyd, I'm not fighting unless it's just a regular. If it's a pro fight, I'm not. Why would I do it? I'm old.
Because you need the money.
I don't know if he needs. I ain't getting the man's pocket.
Assuming he does.
I don't know if he needs the money or not.
Let's assume he does. That's why he's
Let's
coming
assume,
down.
yeah.
Just assume. So, and you're going to make, I don't know,
Well,
what is it?
let's
How much?
assume-
What's his guarantee?
Let's
for the
assume
fight?
Pacquiao.
Maybe something like $50 million.
50 million. Slow down for a second. Let's assume
That's a lot of
Pacquiao
money.
needs money too, because I heard rumors.
He probably does, yeah.
Okay, so
Not just saying Floyd.
I do assume.
I'm not just putting on
Well,
Floyd,
hold
yeah.
on. I don't do the rumors, so let's do them today, since y'all want to do them. They both need the money, as y'all saying. So look, we still gonna fight and make good money. It don't have to be a pro fight.
He signed a contract, though. It's executed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And Netflix announced it. This is not just like, let me go.
So what
Yeah,
does
but
that tell you? Doesn't it kind of tip Floyd's hand that he's thinking, maybe it's possible, like I read into that a little bit and think, maybe, because I'll always bring this up. Bernard Hopkins, I was calling his fights on HBO. He fought Tavares Cloud, good light heavyweight, beat him easy, right? And he was like 49, and his body still looked like Hopkins. Then he came back a year or so later, and he fights Joe Smith. His body didn't look the same. You know, Hopkins had a Spartan training regimen. He doesn't put anything in his body. He's a temple. He eats right. He trains right.
He don't drink.
Nope. He doesn't. Nope. But his body looked, by the way, I'm 52. I can tell you, it looks different after a little bit. Even when you're trying to get in shape, just the muscles look a little different. And Joe Smith knocked him out of the ring and stopped him, right? Floyd, maybe, I'm just speculating, but maybe he says this because he gets in the gym and he's like, Floyd's what, 49 and change. He's almost 50. Maybe he's right up against that thing where it's like, man, my body's not responding the same way.
Right. Max, they're grandpops.
They old.
Grandpops.
That looks like you got a little more than 10.
But what I'm saying,
He's a little younger. Pacquiao's a little younger.
When you a grandpop, you
Dana White says he has known Floyd Mayweather for many years, going back to their early days, and understands how Mayweather spends his money because of his history of ultra-lavish habits and flashy lifestyle. White is not surprised by reports of financial strain or debt surrounding Mayweather.
Again, 5 years ago now, but that was like the initial rumblings around that fight. And what Floyd did was use Mayweather Promotions to bring them this fight and say, if you'll front us this money, we'll put this fight here. They fronted him the money. He took the money, had the fight at the Hard Rock in Miami with Fanmio instead. That was the company that put it on, Fanmio. And Logan saw none of that front end 10 mil, and the people that paid Floyd the 10 mil never saw a dime back. It's nasty work what he did. But this has been like one of Floyd's MOs, is that he leverages his fight name or his quote-unquote assets, and which is what, a lot of wealthy people do. They leverage their assets to take out bigger loans or, whatever. But Floyd does it in such a reckless way that no one ever sees return on it. He just takes money. It is.
Joe Rogan noted Mayweather spends money like a tap, pointing out his high-end lifestyle and suggested this may be a factor in his ongoing return to big-paying fights.
I go way back to the amateurs. We've known each other for a long time. I just saw him at the Celtics-Lakers game, and we talked. So we have a good relationship. We go at each other sometimes, but at the end of the day, we've known.
Zab Judah suggested that the confusing situation over whether the bout is an official professional fight or an exhibition might simply come down to a misunderstanding, possibly even a language barrier in the contract negotiations. He implied that if the terms weren't clearly understood by both sides at the time of signing, that could explain why there is now so much public contradiction and frustration from Pacquiao's camp, who insists the fight is a sanctioned bout, and that Mayweather's comments have put him in breach of that agreement.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
Crazy.
I remember Iran Barkley was talking about that. Iran Barkley, when he was in his prime, was hanging out with all these professional athletes, and everybody was getting diamond-crusted chains and this and that, and he was keeping up with these people. Like, you got to keep up with the Joneses. And he just found himself, like, draining all of his money. He was talking about it like that was the biggest detriment to him being able to save any money.
They trying to keep up.
Yeah. Which I thought was funny when I was listening to this conversation with Chad Ochocinco. And he was talking about it. He was like,
his jewelry fake.
Yeah, he was wearing fake jewelry.
But who would know?
What's that?
Who would know?
No
Chad
one know.
Ochocinco.
Exactly.
It's
Fake
like when
jewelry,
they look at him, like
flying economy. He was sleeping at the stadium, like, so he didn't have to pay for an apartment. So smart.
Yeah.
So some experts and industry observers think Floyd Mayweather's recent stance, insisting the rematch with Manny Pacquiao might only be an exhibition while publicly downplaying details, could be a calculated publicity move to generate buzz and controversy around the fight. They argue that creating uncertainty keeps the matchup in headlines, drives interest and pressure on all sides, and potentially boosts demand and viewership once details are clarified, especially given the massive global audience expected via Netflix. The unusual public disagreements over whether the bout is official or an exhibition have sparked legal scrutiny and heated comments from both camps, keeping fans and media engaged.
In the past that Pacquiao wasn't looking to do any exhibitions, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, we knew. I don't know why Floyd's surprised that this is not an exhibition. I mean, you got to think anybody that want to fight Mayweather in a rematch, especially a Pacquiao, or anybody up to that style, they don't want a real, something really to go down on paper. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know the language barrier that was put forth upon signing this contract. Maybe Floyd wasn't 100% abreast of what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And, it kind of slipped through the cracks that this is the real deal Holyfield. You know what I'm saying? We're not playing around. And, maybe that got through the cracks. I don't know how. I wasn't there. I don't know the business. But somehow, he's saying it did. I mean, well, he didn't say that. I'm just saying I don't know how he didn't.
Former pound-for-pound great Andre Ward has weighed in on the rematch, stressing that the original fight only happened after extensive negotiation and with proper arrangements and financial backing in place. Ward has noted that the build-up to the first bout required patience and careful planning, and he believes this rematch should be treated the same way rather than being mired in confusion over exhibition status, contracts, and promotional comments. He has expressed hope that the fight remains a legitimate professional contest that lives up to fan expectations rather than being clouded by mixed messaging and half-hearted build-up. Meanwhile, boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. argued the rematch is coming far too late, potentially years after it should have taken place, and suggested that at this stage, the bout feels driven more by financial incentives than legacy. Jones said, "While money isn't a bad thing, the timing and motives behind the rematch make it feel commercially motivated rather than about settling unfinished business in the ring."
Push to the promotion. I mean, I don't know, like when the announcement came out,
I don't know
if people really too ecstatic for it.
It's something that you would, you can use to your advantage to try to push the fight. It'll let people, it'll get ears and eyes on the fight for people that didn't know the fight was happening. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
Because as a consumer looking in, you're like,
listen, man, I'm a fan of both guys, and I just want to watch it and see the fight happen. I mean, I'm a fan of boxing. I should say, I'm a fan of both guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I correct myself when I'm wrong, man. You know that ASAP.
Yeah. You know, as a consumer looking in, we're like, yo, is he like, what's the complaint? What's the problem here? Like, what are you scared of? What's because is it your O? Is it your losing that O? Could be that it?
Of course. That's what it's all come down to. I mean, the O is like a 800 credit score. Globally, universally. You're walking around with an 800 credit score.
Even though Floyd Mayweather Jr. seems to enjoy immense wealth, the reality behind the scenes is often more complicated. Huge earnings do not automatically guarantee financial security, particularly when hidden obligations, ongoing contractual deals, and delayed payments come into play, factors the public rarely sees. According to a financial analyst, these unseen pressures can accumulate over time, creating significant challenges even for someone with Mayweather's level of success. Despite his flashy lifestyle and reputation as one of boxing's highest earners, the combination of financial commitments, legal entanglements, and business obligations can place immense strain, showing that apparent wealth does not always reflect true financial stability.
Floyd Mayweather initially fought in 2015. Now that's a fight that many felt was long overdue. Many said that it came too late. It was the fight of the century. I'm not of the mind that it happened too late. We just had a dollars and cents conversation. When the fight was initially brought up, the numbers that they were talking and the money that was available was far less than they made in 2015. Is it prize fighting or is it prize fighting? Floyd Mayweather is rumored to have made between 250 and 300. Manny Pacquiao maybe 150 to 200. Maybe that's a 40 to 80 million conversation and a 30 to 60 million conversation for Manny Pacquiao. I think the fight happened when it was supposed to happen. What say you, Roy?
Yeah, I think it happened when it's supposed to happen for the prize, but for the legacy, no, it happened 5 years too late. Just simple as that. But like I said, he is Money Mayweather. He ain't fighting for the legacy, he fighting for prize. He said that himself. So I understand that, and I respect that because he did tell the truth about that. Anytime a man can tell the truth about that himself, and I gotta respect that. He said he didn't fight for legacy, he fought for currency. So he waited 5 years to make the money go up. Very smart. I mean, for what he was doing, he did the right thing. And now, for them to come together and even get an even bigger purse on Netflix is even more brilliant. So I think, once again, he's being the brilliant guy that he is. He's one of the most brilliant guys to ever touch the sport when it comes to making money. He's the GOAT at making money in boxing. I'll never take that away from him. He's the best ever at knowing how to do things at the right time to maximize
The Atlas says many people feel a sense of satisfaction seeing Floyd Mayweather face criticism or setbacks now because of how Mayweather built his public image over the years. According to Atlas, Mayweather's non-stop flaunting of wealth made him a figure people both admired and resented. That lifestyle, Atlas suggests, rubbed some fans the wrong way and may have made others feel jealous or frustrated. Now that Mayweather's career and decisions are under scrutiny, some observers say there's a backlash with people enjoying the moment because they feel he spent too long showing off success and never facing much public adversity. Atlas believes this reaction isn't entirely about Mayweather's boxing legacy, but more about how his extravagant persona made him appear untouchable. So seeing him in tough spots resonates with many fans.
Floyd Mayweather's the oldest in the book, y'all. Y'all know. When y'all see somebody flogging money everywhere, they got this, they got that, they got this. Was it Gervonta Davis? Tank told us 2 years ago that the reason they held Floyd Mayweather, you can put it back on the screen, captive, in Dubai is because he had owed them money and they wouldn't release him until he announced the fight to give them their money back. You know they do that over there in Dubai, right? You ain't going nowhere if you owe a debt. He was trapped over there for almost 2 months, according to Gervonta. They shared the same manager, Al Layman, who collected money in cash because Floyd Mayweather gave him a power of attorney to do so. And so when Floyd went down there and sued Showtime, he's suing Showtime, the company, the network, that publicizes these.
With the Mayweather vs. Pacquiao rematch now scheduled and Netflix investing heavily to stream it worldwide, many analysts argue the comeback is motivated by far more than nostalgia or pure competition. Financial incentives are enormous, and with both fighters well past their primes, the potential payday appears to be a central factor driving the bout rather than solely sporting ambition. While Floyd Mayweather's legendary skills and undefeated record are widely celebrated, His recent career choices, including exhibition matches and returns from retirement, illustrate how external pressures like lucrative streaming deals, sponsorships, and promotional considerations increasingly shape decisions in professional boxing.
Applauding him and saying how great he was at one point, and now they're taking shots at him like they're almost, like they get pleasure out of seeing a great fall, potentially.
You're right,
fall.
but when you call yourself the money man, you do it to yourself a little bit too.
No, I can't argue with that, Bud, but still, you don't have to revel in somebody's problems and somebody's, misery. So, as I said earlier, so I don't like that, but I understand the world out there, and I understand putting yourself in that position. If he put himself in that position, some people will say, he's suing now because of his gambling habits, which was not hidden, it was not a secret. He would post, not Teddy Atlas talking about anything that wasn't out there. He would post some of his tickets, his betting tickets that he bet, and they were large bets. And so some people say, oh yeah, like you said, he was Mayweather, Money Mayweather, and now he's suing because he went through his money, he blew his money, whatever. Look, I don't know what the truth is fully in there. I know Steven Espinoza was named. He ran Showtime at the time. He was named him. I never was a fan of Espinoza. Again, I'm not afraid to say and not mince my words when I feel a certain way. And I've taken arrows for it, and of course I've also taken some praise for it. That people say, hey, Teddy's going to say what he feels. I was never a fan of him. I never thought he was a man that kept his word. I never thought he really did a great job over at Showtime. I mean, they put some good fights on because the